This is Conway. It's early morning, and the streets and shops are being prepared for the arrival of visitors, who will swell the population of this quaint and ancient fortified town. Conway has a picture book image, with its centuries-old walls, its tiny harbour, and of course its medieval castle, symbol of all that is Wales. In fact, it was built by an English king, Edward I. It is the symbol of English power and might. Edward had this titanic structure up and running in just 4 years. It cost £15,000 to build, the equivalent of millions today. He had another castle built in Carnarvon, and then another in Beaumaris. In his conquest of Wales, Edward became a prolific castle builder. Years later, this harbour witnessed the start of a less aggressive invasion. Carried by ferry from Conway on the opposite bank, travellers of the late 18th century would disembark on this shore to explore this Welsh wilderness. The intrepid tourist would stroll around Conway, often recording his impressions in drawing and painting. He would certainly have spent time admiring the ancient parish church of St. Mary's, seeking out the remains of the Cistercian abbey, which Edward I had relocated up the Conway Valley to make way for his fortress town. William Wordsworth may have been inspired here to compose his We Are Seven. Conway and the unspoiled landscape beyond drew ever more tourists as the years went by. The dangers of crossing the treacherous Conway estuary by ferry, or making a huge detour via the nearest bridge upstream, led to the construction by Thomas Telford in 1830 of a suspension bridge. Mass tourism was inevitable when the railway finally reached into Wales. Today's visitor, following in the steps of his predecessor, gets to Conway by any number of means, and whilst enjoying a few modern seaside delights, continues to marvel at the wonder that is Wales.